Annette, how much of a concession was that of Netanyahu to say that he agrees to the creation of a Palestinian state?
Well, it certainly is what I would call conditional support for the creation of a Palestinian state. I mean, it's very interesting. He began the speech by saying that he was happy and willing to sit down and begin talks with the Palestinians and fellow Arab countries as soon as possible without any preconditions. But later on in the speech, then went on to attach these two important conditions, which in his eyes were imperative if indeed there was going to be a Palestinian state side by side next to Israel, and that being that the Palestinian Authority had to acknowledge and recognise Israel as the Jewish homeland, and also at the same time that it be a demilitarised state. The other thing which was very interesting in his speech, he didn't go as far as certainly what Washington would have liked to hear, which is a cessation of all settlement activity. He did, however, say that the government would not confiscate any new land, nor would it build any new settlements. But he again talked about this idea of natural growth, and that's something that obviously Washington would not be happy with. So certainly while there was some sort of partial move forward in terms of backing a two-state solution, as I said, it came attached with two very important conditions.
All right, Annette. And there was another issue addressed as well, the issue of Palestinian refugees. Netanyahu said they're not going to be staying in Israel.
That's right. I mean, there was not only that, but also the issue of Jerusalem, both of which he stuck to the party line, which is that, Jerusalem remains as the unified capital of Israel, and at the same time that there be no right of return. Now, of course, both of those statements will be immediately rejected by the Palestinians, and certainly the international community would argue very strongly that Jerusalem is to be shared as a capital of both states. So it certainly wasn't any move forward significantly, obviously, on those two issues. I think the thing now to see is how Washington will react, and certainly whether in fact at the same time Mr Netanyahu has done enough to appease the hardliners in his own Likud government as well as his coalition partners.